city has gotten too crowded, and now there's only one way out. Follow the highway north, on past Barry, all the way to Sudbury, but stay on the lighted path. Never go beyond the kine and their settlements, because out there, well, that's lupine territory, and they don't like us much. But whatever's in Sudbury, whatever's there, has pushed them out. And now, it's our turn. Not all darknesses are the same, and not all things frighten all people. You never know what's behind closed doors, or what secrets you may find. And who knows? If we're very lucky, the clouds may part, and we'll see the stars. Coming this Saturday at 1 p.m. to Archives of the Dragon.
I am your amateur storyteller, Corey, aka Unconscious Celestial, and these are our wonderful players.
Hello, I am the Ivy Raven, and I play Emma, the Tremere.
Hi, I'm Coyote Lewis, and I play Hannah of Clan Gangrel.
Hello, I am Lonhee, and I play Lilith, Clan Toreador.
Hi, I'm Spectre Oliphant, and I play Noor, Clan Kaitif.
Hi, I'm Ray, and I play Thea, the Clan Bruhi, or Bruja.
And this... Oh, wait. I'm tired. Sorry. Lenny, did you go?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. And this is Sudbury by Night. Kine aren't always suspicious. Most are born quite oblivious to the dangers of the world and never have to develop it subconsciously. Others, however, develop and hone it like intuition as a means of survival. Unfortunately, it's usually due to traumatic events that occurred over the course of development. Most kindred, however, are naturally suspicious of others. Always second-guessing who to trust becomes almost second nature. Everyone new you meet leaves you questioning their motives, even more so when they are friendly. If you're not careful, you end up ruining beneficial partnerships, friendships, and relationships. But who cares in the end? Emotional bonds and ties can be replaced when you live forever, right? Browse checks, please.
I get hungrier.
I got hungrier as well.
So did I. My pants.
As did I.
Snacks for all.
All right. So, today is Wednesday. What are you up to?
Emma's gotten her obituary, like newspaper clippings, from her retainer to finally figure out, try and crack this nut of who Madeline is. So she is preparing tonight to try out a ritual to see if she can have a more face-to-face conversation with her. That's her plan anyway. I didn't know if you wanted to do that now or if you want to do that later, but I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Were you planning on doing that before taking Waverly to the Bell Mansion, or were you going to do that after?
Probably do it before, because I would because Waverly, I'm sure, even if it is a slower night, still needs to close the bar and such. So give her time to do
Waverly
that.
is not working tonight, so that is in your corner.
Lucky me. Well, I will tell Waverly that I have a prior commitment and I will not be available until at least probably 11 p.m. So
we will go around and then we'll come back to you.
Did we were able to get Waverly's last name last time, right?
Waverly does not have a last name.
Okay. Yeah. So
I were able to get her Domitor's name.
Okay, so I remember sending Bert the Domitor's name. Did he get any information for me, or is it he's still trying to figure out?
The only information that he can give you on one Celeste Lamontagne was that she used to be in a kind of indie band called, I believe it was Wild Child. I'm not sure. Bert is not entirely sure, but he will get back to you on that. And other than that, the last affiliation that is known for Celeste was Sabbath. Whether she is still Sabbath, nobody knows. They haven't heard anything of her in quite some time.
So with the information he did give me, I will send it to the group chat so the others know what I was able to find out.
Okay.
Given that I haven't heard anything from Emma yet about Madeline, I will not attempt to play Clue with Madeline until I hear something from Emma, one way or the other.
Okay.
So I think what I would probably end up doing is going to the tattoo parlors to ask about body modifications, have a consultation. Not that that would do anything to me unless it was thin blood alchemy, but hey, it could be fun for a night.
Okay. I will come back to you as well, if that is okay.
Okay.
I'm going to shape change and actually make my way out to Waverly's place again.
Okay.
And just start snooting around.
Okay.
All over the place. See if I can get anything else. Anything strange. Whatever I can find.
Okay. Are you popping anything, or are you just using...
Just normal heightened senses. Just trying to make myself look as normal coyote as absolutely possible.
Okay. Okay. Other than the smells that you picked up the previous night, the vitae has faded immensely. Not a whole lot new.
Could I tell, potentially how old that smell of vitae is?
Roll. I want you to make a roll. I'm going to figure out what I want you to roll. I'm just trying to think if an awareness or medicine would be a better...
Wits awareness?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do wits and awareness.
I'm going to use a willpower, 3 successes.
3 successes? Okay. So, it's probably a few weeks old. It's starting to fade as the time goes on. Yeah, probably about 3 weeks old.
Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of check it out. If she's home, I'm going to kind of hunker down and just kind of watch the property for a little while.
Okay. Are you watching in the house or just the property?
I'd probably set myself up outside of the fence, just like watching the property, because I remember hearing dogs, and I personally do not want to be chased by dogs this evening.
No, definitely not. Okay. Thea, what are you doing?
I think see about going to find something to eat, because getting a little hungry to be wandering around a potential haunted house later.
Okay. Are you going to go to the sanatorium or are you going to go somewhere else?
Yeah, I'll go to the sanatorium.
Okay. So
at least to start.
Okay. You arrive and you notice immediately that it is not Waverly. That is not the bar. It is one of the other part-time employees that you've kind of seen now and then in the couple times that you've been there. But yeah, Waverly is not there.
Okay. I'll order myself a drink and go sit down and just sit and wait for a while.
Okay. Just watching the crowd and
Yep.
Okay. It is a bit of a calmer night. Busier than, when a Monday or Tuesday would be, but still pretty calm. Maybe about 15 patrons.
I'll sip my drink and ponder where else to go looking after here if this doesn't pan out at all.
Okay. Before we go back to Emma or Noor, Lilith, what are your other plans for the evening?
Sorry, what?
I said before I go back to Emma or Noor, Lilith, what are your plans?
I am going to read through some of the documents, mainly the ones about the sanatorium.
Okay.
See if I find anything.
Okay. Did you want to play that through, or?
Yes, but I don't know exactly what I would be looking for. I think I'm just looking for anything that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that like stands out or anything.
Okay. So, Noor, there's about 10 tattoo and piercing parlors throughout Sudbury, general Sudbury.
I picked 3 because 3's power of them.
Okay.
I'm not saying I will get anything, but my concept of what I'll be asking tattoo artists for to have an excuse to be there is I would like a tattoo that says Carthage, but when you read it from a different angle, it just says Carnage, because that would make me happy.
That's pretty cool.
So I don't know if Nora could actually draw that, but that's her hypothetical idea, so that like it's cool enough that somebody would want to keep talking to her for a while, and then like she can talk to other people there.
Okay.
She'll probably put in some sort of fake nose ring and a couple of like fake snake bites in, and just anything to amp up the idea that she is into body mods and piercings and just trying to fall into the lifestyle.
Okay.
And I don't know which one she'd go to first, but she probably would book an appointment, because Rafi would probably be like, no, you just can't wander in and ask people questions. Right. I know you do this, you can't do that. But I did have another question while she was heading over there, because she can drive the car. What did Rafi come up with when he researched the date Minerva Inc. was created?
The moniker?
Mm-hmm. It has to have a business registration with a date it was registered. So when was it registered?
So the sanatorium was registered to the moniker Minerva Inc. about 11 years ago.
Yep. But Minerva Inc. is also a business registry, and it has to have a business number, and it has to exist. So whether it's correct or not, it has to exist.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. So do you want to know, when the...
I just want the date the company was created, like the year. It's usually a year that they'll give you.
Okay. 11 years ago.
Cool. Not suspicious at all. I will tell Rafi to keep after the old owners of Waverly's place to see if they're still alive and if we can talk to them. And then I'll go tattoo inquiring.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just going to make a quick note. And Emma.
Yes.
You start your ritual.
Yep. So, for the purposes of dice rolling and such, I have to roll a ritual plus intellect. 5 against ritual level +1, I believe, because it's just to work with the blood rituals.
Okay.
Ooh, damn. Okay, so yeah, it's critical success, but it's the bestial one. So I can't remember what that's called. My brain is not working super great. So that's 4. I got 6 successes, and it's a messy critical.
Okay.
So Emma's going to basically cut into her finger, and she's going to drip blood onto the fetter, and she's going to start saying Madeline's name and focusing on the picture of Madeline that she has, and then whatever happens. So
okay, so as you are doing that, a shadow forms, but not immediately on the wall. Mm-hmm. And before it forms, a bunch of stuff on shelves and tables and just crash to the floor. But your shadow appears.
Madeline.
Hi.
Hello. You don't have to write in blood this time.
Yay?
I thought we had an understanding about throwing my stuff on the ground, though, but it's okay.
I was doing my thing, and out of nowhere, How would you feel if you were just pulled? Nah.
Not great, but you have to make the complaints with the higher ups instead of throwing a hissy fit. But I guess I understand, considering your age when your untimely demise happened. I do want to reiterate that I don't wish any ill to you. I just wanted to talk. So I was hoping the books weren't a sign of you being like, oh man, you're a jerk. So
You're right. It wasn't fair. I'm sorry.
well, tell you what, Madeline, so we can get off on a better footing, I suppose. I'm gonna let you ask me a question before I ask you any questions.
Why do you want to talk to me so damn bad?
Because the hospital is apparently important. And I had people asking about the hospital, so I wanted to find out what was going on with the hospital. And apparently you spoke to my compatriots.
That is true.
So I don't know. You seemed interesting. Since you talked to them, I figured, well, you'd be amicable enough to talk to me.
Depends what you want to talk about.
I don't know. Sometimes it'll sound goofy probably to you. Well, maybe not. You actually may be better understanding of the situation than a lot of people. It is lonely sometimes, and getting to talk to somebody is always nice. And you're probably thinking, well, you have your friends, but they're acquaintances for the time being. I don't know how long that will last. So I don't know. Somebody different, I guess.
I suppose. What do you want to know about the hospital? I don't know much either, just what I've seen.
Not to be rude, but I suppose I'm curious if your death was somebody else's doing, or if this was some sort of natural, like, I mean, the obituary seemed like it was natural causes, but a lot of times obituaries will cover things up. They're not going to come out and say Dr. such and such purposely kills their patients. So
No, that did happen in the hospital, but not for me. I was very thankful, I'm very grateful that that did not happen to me. No, not me. I've seen it happen though.
interesting. I may ask you about that later then, just out of curiosity, just because you never know. My friends told me that you had spoken with one of our kind before, since I assume you know what we are.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they were my friend. I don't know anymore. They never came back.
Why did you think they were your friend? What were they doing that made you think that?
Well, no, they'd come by and bring me gifts and talk to me and try and, I don't know, they were trying to help, I guess, or at least I thought they were. And I don't know anymore. I'm still here.
Gifts? How so? What do you mean?
Well, just, stuff to do, like, books and pictures and stuff, just so I'm not bored.
Interesting.
Music. Left a boombox at one point.
Did they ever tell you anything about themselves, like their name, or perhaps we have different bloodlines within our kind, and maybe if they ever mention something like that, I don't know. I guess if I could find your friend, it might help me in other ways, and maybe I can tell them, hey, Madeline wants to know what happened to you. So
I don't know. I never asked. I never asked about bloodlines or whatever. I don't know. Their name was like, I don't know. It was like it was kind of like a sky. It reminded me of sky, like of the sky, of the night sky. I don't remember what it was though.
Interesting. I'm horrible with names. I will try and compile a list of names maybe the next time I talk to you that sound like they're sky related, and we can see if it rings a bell.
Okay, I guess. I'm sorry it wasn't more help.
No, you were more help than you could know. Though I do have one quick question. Have you ever been to Bell Mansion?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I was going to say, supposedly it's of importance to a client of mine, and I don't know if it is dangerous or not, and so I was going to say if it's dangerous, it might not be a great place for you to go. So
yeah, sorry. I've never been there, and nobody really talks about that place much. So, at least not to me.
it's perfectly fine. You don't have any reason to be sorry, Madeline. I'm just glad we could have a conversation. So, and I like I said, I know when I told my compatriots that I was going to try and talk to you, they were aghast and worried that you were going to hurt me. But I was trying to help them understand that I wasn't going to do anything to you. I just wanted to talk. So I will even put your necklace back at the hospital if it'll make you feel better.
I mean, I don't mind it being here. I can still go to the hospital. It's not like I don't have access to the hospital.
True. I guess this gives you a way to move around some, so you're not just stuck at the hospital. Or maybe you're not stuck at the hospital. I don't know. I'm learning a lot of things as I go, so
honestly, me too.
Well, as someone who's been stalking the Knights for close to 100 years at this point, you can continuously learn, and you're still young in that regards, though you are not in the same corporeal fashion that I am. So
yeah, I guess. I mean, to be fair, this is like really, I think the first time I've ever been like summoned, if that makes sense. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it.
I apologize. That was my mistake. I was probably a little overzealous. So I will try to be gentler in the future. So, or if you want me to, I won't summon you. I won't try and summon you here to me again, if that would make you feel better. Like I said, I want you to be comfortable, Madeline, because you are a new friend to me, and you're
Yeah, I mean, I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that again.
Of course.
I can always just pop in and see if you're here, and if you're not here, I'll leave. Like,
that works. If it's an emergency and I absolutely positively have to get a hold of you, though, I will summon you. I do apologize in advance.
Only if it's emergency, I guess.
It'll only be in an emergency, and you can throw some books on the floor. So
Well, I'll try not to, but
No.
can't
I'm saying as a thank you for your assistance if it's an emergency and I summon you, which after I've said,
Gotcha.
I will let you. You have my permission to throw some books on the floor. I'll even put some glass out in a place so you can throw that on the floor if it'll make you feel better.
I mean, it does make a satisfying sound, but that's not the point.
Well, like I said, it'll only be an emergency, and I'll leave you something to destroy as a thank you for your help. So
it's not like I necessarily enjoy destroying it. It's an outlet, but yeah, Anyway, did you have any more questions, or?
I'm trying to think. Probably not right now. Unfortunately, there is a puzzle box of things that we were trying to what is the word? It's like a Rubik's Cube, one of those toys.
I gotcha.
We're trying to line the colors up and figure out what happens. So the hospital is a part of that in some capacity, and I do not know how or why at this time. So, but I will. I don't know. I can't like send you back. Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do at this point. I was never instructed on beyond this bringing, not necessarily anything beyond that. So,
well,
but you are.
I don't know. I think I'll just sit maybe for a minute and try and figure it out.
That's perfectly fine. I do apologize for bringing you here. I just unannounced. I just wanted to speak. So, and it feels like I didn't ask a whole lot, I'm sure, of you, but this was still informative in its own way. So I would honestly spend the rest of the night just chit-chatting and giving you company, but I have a prior commitment. Again, trying to line up the colors on the Rubik's Cube. So
that's okay. I'll just sit here for a minute, I think, if that's okay.
That's more than fine. I don't have anything to play music. You mentioned music. I apologize.
That's okay. I don't need music right now. That's okay.
Did you need to speak about something, or I'm sometimes emotion escapes me, so I wasn't sure if you're.
I'm just tired.
Okay, that is fair. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Rest as long as you need to.
Thank you. And the form just kind of like slumps down onto the floor.
Yeah, if you don't want to leave, don't leave. If you feel safer here, stay. I won't hurt you. I'll be back. If you're here when I'm back, I'll say hello. So, of course, if I come back, I'll probably be going to bed very shortly afterwards. But like I said, be well, Madeline.
You just see like this, like the shadow kind of just do a wave type thing. No more sounds.
Emma's going to start up the stairs and up out of her little hidey hole, and she's going to send a text message to the group and say, it just says, I have a prior job for a group at the Sudbury Art House, and anyone who is interested may join.
Arthas, I message back.
I'll message back. Actually, I'm not far from that place. I can just meet you there.
I message back and I go, sure. Can you swing by and get me on the way there?
I'll respond with, yes, I can pick you up. And also, yes, the art house. It's they're doing something tonight, and I was invited to be part of it. So And then I'm going to get in my truck and I'm going to head out to the safe house.
You'll probably get a text from Nora that says, "Be a little behind you, but I'm coming."
And we'll respond with, perfect.
Does my 3 successes give me any information on anybody with interesting body mods in town?
You hear rumors. There's definitely a smaller community of people that do get body modifications. A couple have like subdermal horns. Some have actual like silicone horns placed. Some have altered to get like implants along their shoulders, down their arms, that kind of thing. But the 3 places that you visit, they don't do that there. Just you hear tales of it.
That's fine. I'll try and find out where they hang out if I can. And then whoever's tattoo I like the best, I will attempt to feed off of.
Okay.
So I will use my persuasion victim specialty on this, and I'll be like, this is a really great tattoo. And, like, I'd love to discuss it, like, not somewhere more private. And I will roll some successes for this.
Okay.
Oh, good. Many.
Okay. Okay, I would say that is definitely a success.
And I will
they willingly, pardon?
I will say forget at the end of it.
Okay. They willingly go with you, super excited to talk about their tattoo.
It's a great tattoo.
It just got finished today. Like, they're so excited. They did so well.
I'll let them, like, trace it on me. We'll chit chat. I'll eat. I'll say forget. I'll rollerblade off into the sunset.
Okay. Maybe not necessarily the sunset. But...
Yes, but yeah. It's the vibe.
Okay.
And then I'll catch up with everybody at the art house.
At the art house or... Yeah, okay.
No, at the art house.
Actually, the art gallery of Sudbury, but yes. So I was just making some notes. Okay, so before we go there, Thea, I'm going to assume that you found someone that you could feed from.
Okay.
And are you going to the art gallery?
And then I'll make my way there to meet everyone.
Okay. Hannah, do you wait to see Waverly leave, or do you head out before you see Waverly leave?
I head out. I had kind of started heading to town a little bit before Waverly would have left.
Okay. So, as you all arrive to the art gallery, are you going to park in the parking lot or a little ways away?
I was going to say, once Emma's collected Lilith and headed back to the art gallery, she's going to just park in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. She is known to the owner, so that's what she's going to do.
I will park, or I'll stop a little ways away before heading closer.
I will rollerblade up, but I will text Rafi to go get the car because, I'm having fun, but there's no reason to not have a getaway car.
So, for those of you who are walking in or rollerblading in, it is a bit of a walk from the street as the gardens and grounds are pretty expansive. As you get closer, you can see that, contrary to its name, it's not quite a mansion by today's standards, but it is beautiful and quite large nonetheless. It's a gray stone building, and for those with an affinity of architecture, the style is known as arts and crafts architecture. It was very popular in the early 1900s. Upon getting closer, you can see that it has clearly had renovations done. Do you all meet in the parking lot, or do you all just kind of head to the door separately?
Emma is probably hanging out at her truck. She's also going to text Waverly and just say, I'm here a few minutes early, so see you soon, or something like that.
Okay.
I will probably actually head towards Emma's truck when I see her pull in, just to like lean against the truck and maybe chat while we wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably make my way over to Emma's truck as well. No sense lingering by the front door.
Nora will probably skate up looking like somebody's andro alternative fantasy person and pull oh god, yeah, it has to be like Vans out of a backpack and switch them out for her rollerblades.
Okay. Okay, so as you all are waiting, Waverly pulls up in their vehicle and tries to make sure that they're avoiding hitting the group that is just congregated beside Emma's truck.
Right. So our friend has joined us. Perfect.
It'll be fine.
It'll be great. Also, don't call me Emma. My name is Charlotte. Wink.
Lexi's not at all going to be like totally unamused by us and our hijinks.
Lexi doesn't concern me in this regard. Because I don't know. We'll see.
Because he just summoned me into our house, and yeah, no. That was a mess.
Indeed. If Emma sees Waverly getting out of her car, she's gonna kind of wave like, Waverly.
Waverly gets out of the car and goes, Charlotte, hi, and like notices everybody else. She's like, I didn't realize it was gonna be quite this big a group.
Yeah, sorry. I told my friends I was gonna be doing a tour, and they've always said they wanted to join in on one, so they're joining in on one. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I wasn't sure what to expect, so yeah. She looks a little dejected, but you know.
Don't worry, I've got equipment aplenty for everyone, and it's not like this isn't safe. So I can always send them off and do their thing, and they can do their own little part of the tour once they know how to do it. And, you know, no reason to pout, Waverly.
I'm not pouting. Jeez.
So Emma's going to pull out a key and be like, our spooky house awaits. And she's going to turn and start heading towards the front door.
Okay. We're just going to turn to Lilith and go, I know very little about modern art. So if this is modern art, you're going to have to help me.
Lilith will look at Nora and be like, do you believe I know anything about art? I'm just as confused as you are.
You're a toreador. Yes.
Yes, but that does not mean that I like art. I like plays and
but that is also
other things. Yes, but I don't like whatever this is.
Painting and sculptures and
things that don't move is not entertaining.
We'll have to find a playhouse then. Maybe we can find a playhouse and Lexi can set up shop at the bar, and then we will have like solved the whole territory problem.
So as you all approach the door, A security person runs up to you, panting a little bit. Her blonde hair is tied up in a ponytail, and observing her, she has a name tag that reads Daisy with a serial number underneath. Oi, are you lot supposed to be here?
Emma's going to turn towards Daisy and activating awe. Daisy, sorry, I talked to the owner and we're having an agreement, and so I'm just here to do a tour after hours.
Okay. Can I get you to roll manipulation and persuasion, please?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So it's a messy critical with 6 successes.
Okay. So Daisy apologizes. I'm so sorry. It must have slipped my mind.
It's totally okay. You know what, Daisy? These things happen. I pop in from time to time. That's why I have a key. I am not some secret art thief who has shown up at your door to steal your artwork.
I'm just trying to do my job. And just 1 second, she pushes a button on a walkie-talkie in her chest. Just so everybody knows, there is a haunted tour going on. That was my mistake for not knowing. So just, yeah. Anyway, and then just kind of...
Tell you what, next time I talk to your boss, or I guess you probably were first subcontractor, I will speak very highly of you, though. I will let them know that you are doing a great job.
And then just she kind of jogs off again.
Emma's going to kind of call after her. If you ever want to join the tour, just let me know. And she's going to drop awe afterwards, turning back towards everybody. Okay. And she's going to put the key in the lock. And
I can promise that tour would be haunted, but not in the way she was expecting.
So you all enter into a foyer style room. It's quite comfortable, actually. It has a very living room kind of feel. There's a couch, a coffee table. There's a little office on the one side, walled off door. There are a few galleries. What do you decide to do first?
So, Emma is going to slide, like on the coffee table thing. She's going to slide some of the pamphlets or whatever around. She's going to start pulling equipment out of her bag and set it on the table. Take what you want. You can use whatever you like. We have flashlights. We've got some K2s, and I've also got one of these. They're junk. But if you want to use it, you can use it. It's like it looks like a puck. It's a spirit box. They don't work very well. If ever. People like it when you bring them because they think they're going to hear something. So, yeah. But take what you like. I'll show you how to use it. We can do whatever. And I know you're thinking flashlights. What the hell? But it's some of the tricks of the trade, so have to include them.
Waverly's kind of just looking all through the gear and just kind of like getting excited.
Nora picks up a flashlight, turns it on, sticks it under her chin, and goes, "It was a dark and spooky night."
Yeah. I will note for viewer purposes, and so everyone understands, the flashlights are actually little twist mag lights that you have to twist the end to make them turn on. So that way, because there's a trick that I will explain if we get to that point.
Well, then Nora will twist it and stick it under her chin.
No. I'm just... Yes. So the K2s, they're little gray boxes. They have a row of lights on them. You turn it on. It's pretty simple. You set it someplace. You just start asking questions or whatever. And yes or no's, use the light color to dictate stuff and see what happens. So flashlights is a very similar technique. It's just very low tech. So by comparison. But take what you want. We can leave whatever no one takes just here for the time being. And then I guess we can split into groups or whatever. So
Waverly goes and grabs a flashlight and a EMF and just kind of slides up next to Charlotte.
Not even thinking about the fact that it's dark. Hannah's just gonna like start looking around. Like, she's not flashing eyes of the beast or anything to see in the dark. She doesn't grab any technology, doesn't grab a flashlight. She's gonna walk this place in the dark.
Are you going off on your own, or are you gonna stay with the group?
I'll stay with the group, and then like at some point when there's like a room off just to the left, I'll just like wander off.
Lilith is going to be adventurous, and I'm going to grab a flashlight and the spirit box and just kind of like turn it on and just stand there, hold it, and be like, so how does this work?
So the spirit box, you want to set it in a room and just kind of like say, if there's anything here, you can communicate with me by touching, and there's a little antenna on there, like a radio. Pull it up, and you can say you can touch the antenna, and you can, once it's on, if you touch it, it'll make the lights on there kind of, and it'll make noise and stuff. So the flashlight, screw it so that it's almost on, but not quite, and then set it on the surface so that it's kind of hanging off of something. Please don't damage any art in doing this. But you can also then say you can communicate with me by turning the flashlight on and off. And if there's something there, it might talk to you that way. So, but like I said, everybody take what gear you want. I've got plenty. It looks like Waverly wants me to be her guide, so we can keep grouping up however. So if we're gonna end up in one big ball, that's fine too. Just, yeah.
I grab a flashlight and just stand off to the side. Kind of curious about how Waverly would decide to do this.
Okay.
I think, sorry. I think Nor would stay with the group for a while and then just like get easily distracted and activate on the ability to see the unseen, sense the unseen, and probably wander off at whatever like things that she can find.
Okay. And before we all split off or go off onto the tour, we're gonna go on break. And we're back. So, everyone is ready to take this tour or go on their own. As I believe, Nora, you said that you were gonna split up from the group, or...
Well, I was going to stick around and then throw up Sense the Unseen, and if I saw anything, I'd wander off. Otherwise...
using Sense the Unseen? No, actually, you do not see anything.
Then I'm just gonna walk up to Lilith and be like, Lilith, save me.
Lilith is gonna, like, let Nora wrap her arm around hers, and then she's just gonna gently pet her on the head and be like, "It's okay, buddy."
The art is scary. The art scares me. Like,
Me
what is
too.
that? It is just like a circle on a white background. Do we understand? Is it supposed to evoke meaning, or is it just like circle? And someone went, yes, in my life, I need this.
Emma's just going to call back over her shoulder. I do not guarantee that the art is not the scariest thing you will see here tonight. So, no refunds.
Is this the kind
Waverly
of
covers.
museum you can wander around the museum and pick out every single piece of art with just one boob out? Because there's a certain number of museums that is very fun to do in.
I don't know. You're welcome to find out though. So, if you need me, you can call out for me. But I'm gonna start the tour, quote unquote, and we're gonna head off down. She just points down one of the hallways, and that one.
So there's a few different ways that you can give the tour. Unfortunately, part of the house is not available for the tour because that's where people stay. But there is there's 3 galleries that you can explore, like three art gallery rooms. And according to lore, one of the staircases is where a lot of activity is heard.
So Emma's actually going to guide whoever is following her to the staircase. And so this staircase is purported to be one of the main locations of paranormal activity in this establishment. So if you have equipment and we want to test this out, we'll set it up here and we can try and talk to the spirits if they will talk to us. So if you have a K2, EMF reader, set it on the stairs. If you've got a flashlight, like I said earlier, twist it so it's almost on, but not quite. It's not on. It's just about to turn on, but it doesn't turn on. And set it on the stairs. Sticking off with the where the beam would come out of, sticking off, and we can just kind of hang out here for a little bit and see if anything responds.
Waverly starts fiddling with the EMF and the light. Puts the EMF down on the stairs.
Perfect. So, if you want to try and communicate with the dead, all you have to do is start asking questions. So, simple things like, is there anyone here? Or, no, it's usually good to start with, is there anyone here? So, and I know you're thinking, I just asked it, but sometimes you have to be persistent. So, I'm not going to say this is one of those things where their level of enthusiasm is anything. It's just yes.
All right, I start asking, is there anyone here? Can you talk to us? As I activate Sense the Unseen.
Okay.
If you are here and you would like to communicate with us, you can touch the gray box over there. You can move the little lights, You can communicate with us that way, or you can also, those flashlights, you can turn them on or off. Communicate with us that way too. So there's multiple options available to you if you so choose. Or maybe we're just going to debunk all the myths right here tonight.
There, you do not see anything. But one of the EMFs starts. If any of the EMFs are on, one of them will start kind of messing around a bit, blinking up and down.
Perfect. So Emma's going to actually watch it. She's going to see if it repeats, if it's like a pattern. If it doesn't seem like it's a pattern, she's going to do something else. So you have to tell me if it looks like a pattern or not.
Okay. It's like an irregular pattern, if that makes sense. So it's not like if you watch it long enough, it's not like up, down, up, down, up, down. It's more of like a up, medium, down, medium, down, like a complicated pattern, if you will.
Gotcha.
And it kind of repeats this pattern 10 minutes.
So what we're seeing here could be something, or it could be bad electrical. So what we're going to do is, and Emma's going to pull another EMF out of her bag. She's going to turn it on, and she's going to set it in a different place on the stairs. If there's something here and you're trying to communicate with us with that signal, can you do the same thing over here on this other one? And she's actually going to pick up the one that's been doing stuff so that it's not available anymore.
Okay, and it's on another stair?
The one that she set down is on the stairs, just in a different place. It's not right next to it. So like if it was over on like against the wall where the first one was, she's going to put it on the outside, as it were, if there's like not a wall there, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So that way it's not in the exact same place. And the one that was going off, she's going to actually pick up and turn it off. So.
Okay. It doesn't go all the way up, but it does follow a similar pattern.
Okay. Well, she's going to turn the one that she turned off back on, and she's going to start kind of like wanding it over where it was stronger, and she's going to. So what happens is sometimes all these older houses, the wiring's not so hot, and well, it's hot for these, not so hot for your electrical bills and such, and so they give false positives. You have to watch for the patterns, and if you see a pattern that keeps repeating, it means that it's just electrical, which is very common for the new beginner or the new individuals. This kind of thing, they'll see this and they'll go, oh, something's going on, and they're not realizing that it's confirmation bias. They tell themselves something's going on, but it's really not.
As you're explaining this, both EMFs just stop.
Interesting. So, trying to show me that I am full of shit. Is that what this is? Is that the game here? Staircase.
Waverly's just got one of the pamphlets and is just hiding their face like.
Whatever it is, it doesn't want to be seen. Although I could offer to stick my rollerblades on my hands and fight it, but nobody was into that last time.
I mean, shoot. Anybody can start asking stuff. I guess whatever it is apparently perfectly fine being repetitive and then fucking with me. So, oh, don't worry. You can cuss at them. They don't care. And if they do, then...
I don't know. I don't think there's actually anything here.
I'd like to just kick on heightened senses for my hearing and see if there's any, like, sounds that are not old house sounds.
Okay. Currently where you are, you might hear scattering of small animals, electrical sounds. Just right now, just old house noises, pretty much.
I'm just going to start kind of like wandering off to mosey around the other spaces.
Okay.
So, which is it? Am I a liar or... Sorry, Emma's just going to keep talking kind of to herself / the stairs. That's part of this whole show, so...
Yeah.
Are the stairs climbable, or are we just staring at them?
No, they aren't. Yeah, you can go up them. Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk up the staircase in case that like it feels different anywhere or something happens to me, you know, for reasons. Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. This is very interesting. Whatever it is can cause electrical surges. But I can't see it?
Waverly just looks at Charlotte.
Yeah. So this has kind of been my experience when I've done tours here before too. If there is something here, it's not really interactive. A lot of times, unfortunately, these kinds of ghost stories kick up because people want to tell a story, and so they say, you know, that creepy house or whatever, somebody died there, and so now it's haunted, and blah blah blah. But you know what? We're not going to just focus on the stairs because there's plenty more spaces we can go into. We can try out the equipment those places as well. See what we get. I mean, heck, the signal we were getting could have just been somebody in another part of this building that we don't have access to stopped using electricity there, and so the signal, you know, well, I don't know. Anyway, pick up any gear you set down. We'll try this room over here, and Emma's going to kind of wander into that room, whatever the closest like art gallery room is. So
Okay. So, the art gallery that you go into, that you take the group in, is filled with art. This one it's dark and horror themed combined with beauty and growth. So a lot of the artwork is flora and fauna entwined with skulls and corpses. One in particular has a rose in a skull socket, while the thorns kind of scrape at the side of the skull, kind of blood dripping. A lot of artwork that's kind of just along that lines.
Right, the Macabre Room. I forgot this one was here.
Waverly's just like immediately just like not even really caring about the ghoster anymore, just immediately just like starts wandering off and looking at the artwork.
So highly recommend put your equipment out, keep an eye on it, but you can also look at the art. Feel free. I mean, that's part of the tour, as it were. It's kind of ghost tours are part ghost hunting, part art tour at the same time. So take it all in.
Hannah, did you go to another art gallery room, or are you in this one?
I probably would have started in this one.
Okay.
Does it seem like these are actual skeletons?
No,
and not
no,
like
it's polymer clay or pottery or paintings. So
no actual bones.
no.
This is going to sound weird, but I'm fixated on the one with the rose growing out of the skull, and I want to insight check the intent of the artist.
Okay.
Because my vampire iconography senses are tingling.
Okay.
Let me figure out what my insight check actually is. Wits and insight. Not bad. Lord. 6.
6. Okay. So, what are you trying to be insightful of?
So what I am interested in is because this has very Toreador vibes, and I want to look for marks of kindred.
Okay. It is not. It was made by Kine. A lot of the art, like pretty much all of the art in this gallery, was Kine made. Not all by the same Kine. But yeah, no.
I'm going to take a photo of it and stick it in the group chat such that Lexi would also have access to it. Okay. Like, this feels very, very clannish. And then I will keep wandering through.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly wander over to Waverly.
Okay.
So you believe in ghosts. What about other supernatural or cryptid creatures? Like,
oh wow,
Bigfoot, werewolves.
I mean, everything starts somewhere, right? I try to keep an open mind about a lot of stuff. I mean, just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. I mean, for hundreds of years, there were things at the bottom of the ocean that we had no idea, but they were there.
That's true.
I mean, most of the ocean is still unexplored. And personally, it's more frightening than almost anything that's on land.
Very true. But come on, anglerfish are so cool.
I'm not certain sea dinosaurs is my vibe.
Hannah, if your heightened senses are up, you will hear flight, like of a larger bird just up in the rafters.
Okay.
Not too large, like think like just a larger corvid, if you will.
Okay.
Pretty normal size, but you know.
I mean, corvids are still pretty big.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know. Yeah, Waverly is just kind of like still just enraptured by the art. She did place the EMF down at the table. It's not really doing anything. Neither is the flashlight. The spirit box that Lilith had will occasionally give off a word or two, but it's not in response to anybody talking.
Yeah, it's to be expected. So every once in a while you get like a bro, and you're like, oh yeah, and then it doesn't do anything for another 20 minutes.
Or it's like Dave.
Yeah. So pretty much, yes. Emma's just kind of hanging out. She's observing people, as it were, watching what they're doing, where they're going, kind of things. She's kind of done her spiel, as it were, since it's kind of at that point where people want to interact with the ghost tour side of things. They know what to do now, so they can start kind of doing it on their own. Though if Waverly ends up by herself, she'll probably go over there and talk to her. So
I think right now they're still near.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying, like, if Waverly ends up kind of like sequestered by herself, I will probably at that point go over and talk to her. So
okay.
Yeah, I'll eventually wander away if I'm not getting any solid answers and she's more interested in the art.
Well, she's talking to you. Like, if you're asking her questions, yeah.
Like,
I'll start kind of wandering my way up. Like, I'll go up the stairs and everything, so I won't be in the space.
Okay.
Is there any other rooms that I can just kind of wander off to see if I can get more voices from?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, there is another gallery that you can make your way to. This one is filled with beautiful indigenous art, a combination of bright and earth tone colors, a lot of animals, landscapes, portraits, not just paintings, some patterns and textiles as well, for sure.
I will wander in there with the spirit box thing still on and just stand there for a few minutes and then go, if there's anything here, say something, let me know. If you want to break something, go ahead.
Nothing breaks, but the spirit box just goes, hi.
Hello. Who are you?
You know, it just buzzes. Well,
that's rude of you to say hi and then not say anything back. I'm trying to be friendly, but whatever.
Sorry. I need to pause for a sec. I did not expect the battery to die on my headphones. So, just one sec.
I'm sorry. That was literally the world's best representation of interacting with a spirit box. Because you'll hear something, you'll be like, oh, and you'll be like, oh, and then you'll start getting all hyped up, and then it's just, and you're just like, the fuck, man, come on. Yeah, no, that was I was like, that's it right there. That's the experience.
Okay, back. Yeah, sorry about that.
So I'm going to ask, did you die here? Did you live here before it became an art museum?
Death.
Okay, well, that helps me not at all. Can you be more specific? I get death, understand that. But like a weapon, a person, just death does not give me anything.
Old.
Okay, well, I tried. And I'm just gonna walk out and go back to where Emma and Charlotte and Raverly are and just shove the spirit box back into Charlotte's hand and be like, I think it's broken.
Oh, why?
I got where, like, it said, like, 3 words, maybe? I don't know. I wasn't counting. I got death and high and... Listen, I feel like you know how this works. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, honestly, you got more out of the spirit box than I have ever. So congratulations. Because like I said, they're junk. But that was in the other room?
Yeah, in that room over there.
Okay. I'll have to check it out then. I don't know. Maybe the ghost tour will actually get spooky instead of just bad wiring and some stairs. I mean, yeah, I hope everyone's having fun. I don't know. Usually, when you bring a group here, they're like really amped up for this. I know Waverly was really excited, and then she kind of dulled, and then she saw all the artwork in this room, and she's perked back up again. So we'll see.
Are you still talking to Waverly?
Yeah. I'm pretty new in this area. Are there any stories of weird creatures in the area?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it just depends on who you talk to. There's lots of, folklore for being up north. You've got werewolf folklore. You've got, I don't want to say them, but you've got indigenous folklore up here. You've got all kinds of, stories.
Yeah, but a lot of those stories are really old. Anything like, have you ever heard of anyone seeing anything like that?
I mean, it really depends on who you talk to, I guess. I mean, in the bar, I always hear, stories of, werewolves. You hear stories of ghosts. If also if you want to roll an insight check, you can.
Yep. Insight and what?
Wits, I believe.
Wits, okay. Two successes.
Two? Okay. So, she is telling the truth. She has heard stories. You don't know if you can't make out if she has seen these things herself. But she's definitely heard stories of werewolves and ghosts and even, vampires.
Okay. That's really interesting. I mean, I've heard about ghost stories down in Toronto, but
I love ghost stories. Like, this is why I wanted to come tonight. Like, they're so, I don't know. I just find it so fascinating because even if, we can't, if we never see them, it doesn't mean that they're not there. I don't know. I find it so cool. It's so fascinating to me. What do you think?
It is really interesting, the idea of another world that humans can't see. But I don't know. I've never seen proof of ghosts, so I don't know.
I guess. But I mean, like, it depends how deep you want to go. Like, I've never seen proof of, if you want to get religious, of a god. I've never seen proof of a lot of things, but that doesn't mean that people don't believe in it or that it's not true. But I mean, that's just, I don't want to get too heavy. That's just my feelings on it.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to ask some of the people at the bar if they've heard stories.
Yeah. In fact, every once in a while, on a Saturday, instead of like a live band and stuff, we have people that come in and like do a really cool like storytelling kind of thing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like an open mic, if you will.
That is really different.
What about you? Do you believe in like werewolves and ghosts and stuff like that?
I don't know. Like, you always hear these stories of ghosts in buildings, but honestly, people, I think, can end up being scarier than a lot of those stories.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
So, and yeah, like I said, there's lots of stories about haunted buildings in Toronto, but I've never
like Casa Loma, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go there sometime. I've always wanted to go. Did you go? Have you been to Casa Loma?
Yeah, it's been quite a few years, but
yeah, it's really pretty. Yeah, like, yeah, you should totally come Saturday.
Okay, if nothing else comes up, I definitely will. I mean, I'm still trying to get a job here, so who knows, but
yeah. Like, what are you looking into? I know people. What are you looking to get into?
My specialty is kind of social work, but I'm open to other areas as well.
Hey, I mean, just talk to Freddie next time you're in.
Freddie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I will. Thank you.
What do you think about this art, though?
It is different. I don't think it's quite my style.
No? Oh, I love it. It's so awesome. And like the meaning behind it, like I understand it so well. It's just the fact that like there's beauty in gruesome things. Like, oh, I love it. I love it.
Maybe it's not my style because I've seen some gruesome things.
Oh, really?
Social work on the streets in Toronto.
True.
Yeah.
Waverly's face goes from like concerned to understanding.
So, yeah, not always the best.
No, I totally get that. A lot of people theorize actually that, monsters and cryptids and stuff, they're, stories to help us internalize and heal from actual trauma.
Oh.
And how, humans are the real monsters. So, but, theories. And then Waverly kind of goes off and like gets caught up in another piece of art.
Okay.
At some point, sorry to interrupt. At some point, I'll like get myself to a point where if anyone comes around a corner, like if I can hear where Waverly's at, I'm gonna just set up around a corner, and wait for her to come around, and I'm just gonna like startle her a little bit.
Okay. So, does Emma/Charlotte decide that we should move into the room that Lilith was in, or?
If everybody has gotten a good view or of the art, or if they feel like your equipment's not doing anything, Lilith ran into something with the spirit box in the next room over, and so I thought maybe we would go set up shop in there for a little bit. I don't know, maybe get lucky in there. But I'm gonna, if you want to start heading that way, that'd be fantastic. I'll pull up the rear, as it were, because I don't know, it's kind of like the faux tour guidey thing to do, I guess. I don't know. There's no set pattern for this. Sorry. Emma's gonna like cut herself off.
Waverly is actually totally oblivious in that moment.
Nor will sidle up to Waverly and I have a question for you. How long have you lived in Sudbury?
Me? It's been about 10 years, I think. If that feels right. Yeah.
Let's call it 11. Feels like a better number.
Maybe. I mean, It's hard to say. Like if it was 11, it was like, you know, like a November onto the next year kind of thing or something. But
I have to ask, is it the kind of town that's like very clannish, or is it the kind of town that's just like, oh look, new people?
I guess it depends on where you are. I mean, in general, Sudbury people don't bat an eye if new people come through because tourism, right? But I mean, in smaller areas, people want to get to know you, want to ask your name.
I'll bet. Sorry, I was just curious. You seem to have your finger on the pulse.
Well, I mean, a little bit. I much prefer, in my private time, spending it away from people, since all of my working time is with people. But
yeah, I can imagine that in a bar. Bars are not my scene.
Understandable. What is your scene?
It's hard to describe. I like doing research, but I like doing adventure research more than I like doing book research. So
I get that.
I've been in a couple of scrapes because of it. I've moved around a lot. Born in Europe, so it's been like an eventful life and all that. But not everything is meant to have adventure research done to it. So
I understand.
I don't know. I just wanted to ask. There are certain places in the world that are sort of magnetic, and it's interesting to see who it draws.
Yeah, no, I can definitely understand that.
I was actually just checking out the alternative body mod scene, and she pulls off the snake.
Oh yeah,
the snake bites to show that they're just like fake. And she's like, I really wanted to fit in today, and so I had to I have a friend who was helping me pick out things so I could look a little more like I belonged. And I find people who do really weird things to their body really interesting. Yeah. So I was hoping that I would find out a little bit more about it. Did you know there are a couple of people here who have had spines molded into their it's really cool.
Oh, I believe it. I mean, I've seen artwork and stuff, and it's always intrigued me personally. I would never do anything like that, but I mean, I love looking it's aesthetically pleasing for sure.
I would love to ask questions of the people who did do that because it just seems so fascinating to me.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anybody at the sanatorium quite like that. I mean, obviously piercings and tattoos, but if someone did come into the sanatorium, I probably wouldn't have noticed, to be honest.
Is there
not right away
alternative scene in town, or oh God forbid, Rafi called something. What was it called? Kink?
Oh, oh, okay. Well then. Oh,
please understand. I had I'm catching up on certain things, and I had to have somebody explain Amazon to me the other day, and I felt very, very foolish. So, if I said something wrong,
no, it's a bit bold. But especially since I've only met you a couple times.
Oh no, I wasn't suggesting that you and I would. No, I meant alternative lifestyles are not always
right. Yes,
visible.
Yes, no, I understand. I apologize. I thought you were asking me if I knew about or was participating in.
No. Sometimes, like, there's like a local club and stuff like that. I mean, I suppose it's very European, but like,
no, I'm sure there might be. I mean, I've heard of a few in Toronto and like like Hamilton, but like not.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about strippers. I know what strippers are, and I'm not. I'm not talking about that.
Usually, from what I understand, it's more like you have a group of people, like you have friends and stuff, and then or people in the king community, and then you create a place, like you rent a place for that kind of thing. But there is a place in Toronto that is specifically for that now, actually. So
too far from
up here, I don't know. I really couldn't say. Honestly, I prefer to just stick in my lane,
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'll take your word for it. I don't actually think, don't take this the wrong way, that you stick in your lane as much as you proclaim you do. But.
Well, I mean, true. I mean more so like my extracurricular activities are more away from people. Like I don't, I go hiking, or I read, or I watch 15 episodes on Netflix. Like,
yeah, but you're out hunting ghosts with us, so I don't believe you just really want to nope out into the countryside for the permanence of life.
That is true. I do enjoy some things, and truth be told, the only reason why I really came out today, I've been talking to Charlotte a lot, and I don't know, I found it interesting, and it's what Charlotte is into, so
Oh, that. Sorry, I think you've just made my night.
Why? I don't understand.
Never mind. It's all good, and I honestly enjoy Charlotte. Enjoy what you're out. I am too nosy sometimes. It's just me. It's okay. And Nora's gonna separate off from Waverly and text in the chat and be like, I think it's Charlotte Waverly's into. Just so you know.
How does the group respond?
Also, it is not hidden from Lexi, so Lexi will have been able to see this at some point.
Yeah.
Emma's going to respond with okay ? Like she's
She finds you fascinating.
... Send.
Wolf is gonna respond with like the hard ass emojis and be like, "Oh, cute."
Nothing from Hannah.
It's all good. It's mostly me being a shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if no one's around Waverly, I guess Emma is going to approach Waverly just to check in on her, since she is technically running the tour. So
yeah, you totally take Waverly by surprise, and she's clearly flustered about something. You don't know what, well, maybe you do now.
Everything okay, Waverly?
Yeah. Hi. Sorry, this art is really great.
I mean, it's something, I guess. It's somebody's taste, apparently. I don't know. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I have a hard time lying about something if it's not just like, ooh, super interesting to me. So this stuff is, it is something. It is a false imitation of art in a sense. That makes sense. Are you having fun with the tour at least? I mean,
yeah, no, definitely. Are we in the indigenous room or are we in the...
I figured this was like before we got in the indigenous room,
okay.
since Waverly had been like dragging her feet. And
Yeah.
I just making sure. It's unfortunate that Hell Mansion is purported to be such a haunted locale, as it is typically dead like this, and not in the sense of...
I mean, as I mentioned before, I did have my suspicions, but I thought it'd be fun. You know, you don't get to really come in and see artwork in the middle of the night, and it's still fun. It's still fun, and spending time with, you know.
Yeah, it definitely changes things when you're seeing it after hours. So, because obviously it's not as well lit, there aren't as many people. You don't have the curators or the security guard people like staring at you, going, "Ooh, you're not going to touch it, are you?" and stuff.
Definitely.
I don't know. I was going to say, we're going to probably try this next room over, and if it's a bust, we'll probably pack it in for the evening, just because, you know, the longer we're here, it's not going to make anything magically happen. So after you, I'm going to pick up some of this equipment that's been laying around. So,
here, let me help. And
okay,
Waverly picks up the EMF that she had put down and the flashlight and stuff. And
Sure. So Emma's going to stash some of the stuff in her bag again, but she'll kind of like keep like one EMF and a flashlight in her hand, just so she can put them out in the next room.
Okay. Waverly is walking out of the room with her arms like this, just holding like the EMF and some pamphlets. Like,
given that we haven't discovered a huge amount of supernatural activity in here, there's been some, but like not enough to warrant like, oh my God, there are ghosts everywhere type thing.
Yeah.
And we know that there is a second vampire interested in this place because Waverly's interested in this place. I'm going to get Rafi to start tracking down the ownership on this place as well.
Okay. Hannah, at this moment, do you take the opportunity?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Just a quick little like boo.
And Waverly kind of jumps and the stuff falls to the floor.
I like stop myself from grinning too much since my teeth are a little bit longer and noticeable. I'm like, oh, sorry, Waverly.
That is okay. It happens, and everybody's a little bit jumpy, I'm sure, here. So I don't blame you for taking the opportunity.
Emma's gonna start bending down and like picking up some of the stuff. Like, well, I don't think anything's broken, at least, but good one, Hannah.
I'm so
A plus.
sorry.
No. You're fine. And I'm sorry. I'm just in a mood. My brain's in 5 different places tonight, and so this is probably hilarious. So, but Lilith said that something spoke to her in the spirit box. So we're going to put the spirit box back out again, because everybody loves a good spirit box. And I'm going to put an EMF out. I'm going to put a flashlight out. Maybe something wants to talk to us now. You know, if anything's here and would like to communicate, we're down to chit chat. So
sense the unseen.
Just the psst noise.
Well, I was expecting a lot more anger from an indigenous art exhibit, so we're probably out ahead.
Hey, Waverly, I have a question.
Okay.
Do you know of a band called The Wild Child? I think I've been listening to them recently. I don't know. Do you know of them or know any more about their music than I know?
The name, it sounds familiar. It really does. don't. It's not on my playlist or anything right now. So, but I've definitely heard of that name. What kind of music are they?
Some dark stuff. But I assumed that
Okay.
you, because you were fascinated in the art. Sorry, that was
Yeah.
my
No, hey,
my assumption.
I'm totally gonna look into it because that with a name like Wild Child, it sounds pretty cool.
Nor looks at Hannah and goes, I have this weird suspicion, because you're a bit of a wild child.
Now, don't let the spookiest thing be in here be a cat fight of some sort. Or am I not reading the room right?
I'm not being catty. I am drawing a line between two things.
Does everybody hear this or just?
I figured if the room
I'm
is
saying
if
it
the
out
room
loud.
is
Oh,
I was gonna say if the room is quiet, we should be able to hear it just from
I'm saying it out
yeah.
loud.
Yep.
It also fit in nicely with the fact that Hannah had just done like the jump out scare thing, so it was like a good moment to say it without being like vampire shit.
Yeah. Hannah, if your heightened senses are still on, you will hear the corvid sounds in this room in the rafters as well.
Is it
It's
an open
in the room, like it's like a industrial, like it's a open. So
okay, I'm gonna look up and start trying to spot this large bird.
Okay. Do you have you do not have your beast eyes pop, correct?
If there is a way that I could face away from Waverly or like any cameras or anything that might be in the space, then I'll pop them.
Okay. There is definitely a camera, or at least a camera in a corner. Let's have you make a roll for. Not sure if. I know I want you to make a stealth roll, but I'm not sure what the attribute. Wits?
With stealth?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 successes.
Yeah, okay. So you find a spot that, because Waverly's paying attention to Charlotte and the rest of the group, and you can pinpoint where the camera is, so you can find a spot that is safe from eyes.
Once I find that spot, I'll pop up Eyes of the Beast and start scanning for the bird.
Okay. The raven notices that you have spotted it, and it just kind of, one beady eye just kind of looks down at you, blinks, and then just takes off.
Does it like fully fly out of the space, like out of the building?
Not out of the building, but like it flies off into.
Okay. Seeing as that I know where it is kind of tentatively, when I'll like turn back around to face the group again, I'll drop Eyes of the Beast and just kind of keep it in my mind that it's up there.
Yeah.
So can we hear like a bird flying around up in the ceiling, or is that?
No. Just heightened senses.
Gotcha. So whoever's touched the spirit box before, would you like to touch it again? If you like to say something other to us than hi and die or death, whatever it was.
Waverly goes, you know what? Sure. Goes over. Was there a second spirit box or just the one that Lilith
Just
had?
the one. Just
Okay.
yeah. No,
it's
okay.
Do you mind if I take it, or do you want?
Oh no, I just had it set out.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. I just figured since there was something, I never seen or heard activity on one more than like a word, so I was surprised. So I thought we'd give it another whirl, since the tour is drawing to a close. So since this is probably the last room on our trek through this haunted tour.
As Waverly touches it and kind of picks it up, it does another old.
Sorry, what was that word? I didn't catch it.
Old.
Old?
Yes, old.
Oh, old. What's house? You. Okay, look. If you can pick out words on the spirit box, then be specific. Use your words.
Use your words. Waverly kind of laughs. Let's see. What can we ask you? Where are you?
Emma's probably just kind of in a central-ish location.
No, I mean Waverly's asking the.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Apologies. Sorry, I thought you were talking to me, Waverly.
No. Sorry, no. I was talking to the ghost, or I was whatever. Is using the spirit box. Spirit, where are you? And the spirit box just kind of like goes far.
Yeah, this is why I hate these things.
I don't know. What does that mean? Far, where, what? I don't know.
I think it's just a piece of junk, personally. Okay. So
I don't know. I mean,
no, you're fine. You're fine, Waverly. Like I said, I have never had any luck with these things. So, and honestly, if it's gonna start giving us like a riddle in like one word thing every 30 seconds, then I suppose that is some level of intelligence. So congratulations, you interacted. Yes. You have seen the spooky element tonight, Waverly. Well, heard the spooky element, not seen, because we obviously didn't see anything other than art. So
now, is there a scientific explanation for that? Like, I know there would be for like the EMF and stuff, but
So the way Spirit Box works is it's basically checking channels constantly, radio channels, and it's picking up even channels that don't have anything playing on them. So it's going through every single like band on the radio, as it were.
Gotcha.
So it'd be like going to the radio and just spinning the dial. I guess I'm showing my age. They don't have dials on radios anymore. Anyway, so it'd be like spinning the dial and just having your radio through all those spaces, and it's just hitting words. So what happens is sometimes the spirit box will kind of lag a little bit as it's channel searching, and when it does, it'll hit a word that's being said over some radio station somewhere or a song or whatever, and that's why you get random words at times. Most of the time, you're going to get static or something similar. Right. But in this case, we got someone singing a song. I think it feels like a song I've heard somewhere before. That was like 20 years ago, but I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. And by the way, you're not showing your age. I mean, if you're showing your age, you're showing my age because I remember dials on the radio too. I used to have a boombox when I was like 12. So.
Oh yes, no. I was thinking of there was an old radio you could like spin the dial for your tuner and it would just basically just like go because it'd be like
Gotcha.
it's like what is that word I'm thinking of? It's just kind of like sliding something and it just takes off and it would just go until the very end almost if you didn't stop it.
Okay.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. Sometimes things just kind of get
car radios used to do that. You could just press a button and it would just kind of like go through.
Oh, see? Learn something new every night. Well, Spirit Box, do you want to give us any more of your wisdom?
It's quiet.
Oh, darn. So Emma's going to turn off the Spirit Box. She's going to stick it in her satchel of stuff. She's like, piece of junk. This is the most expensive piece of equipment you can buy when you're going to go ghost hunting, and in there pieces of junk. She's going to cram it into her bag. She's going to start picking up the other pieces of equipment, making sure they're off, and stick them into her bag too. So sorry that this was kind of a bust, everybody.
No. I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but I had fun.
Well, I'm sure the rest of my friends will not beg me to bring them on a ghost hunt ever again because this was kind of dry, but you know.
Nor will probably text the group chat and be like, maybe we should leave them alone for a little bit.
Emma's going to like look over at Nor just like.
Nor is completely like
just like
bone-faced.
I'll read the message and just start heading out of the room.
I will take Lilith by the arm and be like, come on, come save me from the other ghosts.
Okay. Before I go though, I'm gonna like grab Emma's bag and be like, I'll take this for you, and then just leave.
Okay.
I follow Hannah out.
Is this some sort of like joke gag thing? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
Well, okay. I don't know either. If you don't know, I don't know because they were adamant. They weren't adamant that they come with me, and now all of a sudden they're just like, "See ya," and they're stealing my stuff. So.
Oh, they might know where there's the real ghosts. So they're going off to the real ghosts.
Maybe, and if they do, they should let me know so that it'd make my business a little bit better. So, that side of business, because obviously I do more things than ghost tours that are kind of ineffectual. Unfortunately, I do apologize about that because I know you were excited to come out here and see this and do this.
Well, I was, like I said, I had my suspicions that it was all a ploy, anyway. But I mean. You know, I have been in areas where there's a lot more activity, like doors shutting and like, you know, things falling off, stuff. But again, like, I don't know if those were, you know, forged anyway. So, because I know it's possible. You put a little thing under a table and the table shakes, like lots of things you can do.
That is true. Yes, that's why it's always important to like authenticate a site, as it were. I use my methods. If I was doing a really thorough search of a place, if I hadn't been here multiple times before, I would have done more checks for certain things and things like that. The fact that I've been here multiple times kind of, you know, takes out the need for me to go around and like look for bumpers and things. And plus, I think they're probably not wanting to damage the artwork, so they're not going to invest in that side of things.
Yeah.
So a little bad wiring and just telling, you know, people spreading rumors is probably enough for them, as it were. So. What was I gonna say, Waverly? You're not a psychic. I don't know why I'm asking you what I was going to say. I don't know. Oh, I know. Emma's gonna activate awe.
Okay.
So, Waverly, who's your benefactor?
Oh, I believe. It's been a while. Minerva Inc.
Oh, okay. So you work. Your benefactor is a shell company.
No. That is their name.
A court signed off on changing their last name to Incorporated.
No. Like INK, like writing ink.
Oh, old school. Okay. See, I was thinking it was like incorporated as in, incorporated.
No. It's an actual last name.
Ah, okay. Have you met this benefactor, or are they just like the mysterious and silent type?
No. I mean, I haven't seen them in a long time, but no, they're a real person. That's how they were here when we set up shop.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. You haven't seen them in a while. Mm-hmm. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, they don't like staying in one place for very long. They prefer to be a little bit more east from here. So.
Oh, okay.
Better view, better scenery. In their opinion.
Okay. I mean, everybody has their personal choices. Are you sure you haven't seen them in a while? Because I don't know. That's conflicts with something I was told by somebody else.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I had somebody telling me that you had been in contact with your benefactor more recently, so I just was curious.
Well, on the phone, sure. I FaceTime and talk all the time. I have to check. I have to, I do have to check in and let them know how the business is going.
Do you have to travel to check in with them?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I have not seen them face to face in quite some time.
Tell you what. Give me your hand.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's just palm reading. Don't worry.
Okay, sure.
Hey, you just don't worry about it. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Ooh."
No, it's okay. I trust you. And
that's good. That's good.
Out.
So Emma's going to hold Waverly's like wrist, kind of like pinch her wrist some, and she's going to be looking at her palm. She's going to pull out a knife from her pocket, like a little like pocket knife. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I told you, this is 100% what I was going to do, and you dodged me last time, and I'm not letting you dodge me tonight because I brought you out here. So
okay, Waverly's face just completely just blushes and just. Okay.
It's not going to hurt. You're going to feel a tiny little prick. And so Emma's going to barely prick the center of Waverly's palm with the knife. And she's going to kind of like pinch the skin a little bit, push around on it so that a little bit of like droplet of blood kind of like pops up out of it. Mm-hmm. So, see? Nothing to worry about. Emma's going to kind of push the blood around with her fingertip, and then she's going to lick it on her tongue. And when she licks it on her tongue, she's going to activate a taste for blood.
Okay.
Which I have to get my book out real fast because I can't remember exactly what that does. But I'm wanting to test to see if she actually is a ghoul. Is what I'm shooting for right now.
Okay.
Because if she's a ghoul, she's seen her master more recently than like it's been a couple of years. So yeah.
Not necessarily so.
Ghouls tend to rapidly age or stuff if they haven't interacted with their benefactors in a while. So that's why I want to see. So I have to do a resolve plus blood sorcery. Resolve 3 plus 2. Okay. This is where I needed that crit, all those crits I had earlier. 6 successes, and it was a messy critical. So, tell me everything about Waverly.
So, first off, Waverly notices that you taste the blood and kind of is like, what the heck? Like, is kind of taken back by that.
Oh, I'm holding onto her wrist as hard as I can. So.
No, I know, but like the facial expression. Waverly is a ghoul. Cool.
Okay. So Waverly, Emma's going to actually pull her wrist, like pull her towards her. She's going to kind of get real close to her. She's going to talk into her ear. She's like, so Waverly,
Totally blushing.
Stop bullshitting me.
What do you mean?
When was the last time you saw your benefactor?
It's been a while.
Uh-huh. Okay, well then, why don't you tell me what your benefactor is? I want you to say the words.
At that point, she just died. She's like, excuse you. Are you seriously trying to pull that Twilight bullshit on me? Okay, what? And like, hold on a sec.
Emma is going to have a look on her face like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. So sorry. Damn. Can I make that roll? It's probably not going to do anything, but Waverly is going to attempt to pull her arm back from you.
Emma's going to rouse the blood to increase her strength. I failed. I got hungrier. So she is now at strength 3.
Okay, so Waverly's arm is not coming out of your hold, which visibly, at that point, Waverly's gotten it. Fucking hell, how did I not see it sooner? Shit.
No. See what sooner?
You're kindred, aren't you?
Yes. That's a quote-unquote masquerade breach telling you that, but then again, this is not technically Camarilla territory, so you knew that, though. So tell me who your benefactor is, Waverly.
Is Lexi, too?
What do you think? He's the man who can get anybody's pants off.
Fuck. Holy shit, she's gonna be so mad at me.
Who is she? That's why I asked what she is.
I can't tell you.
You can't tell me?
I can't tell you.
Are you scared of her?
No, I mean, yes.
What, has she threatened you with death if anybody ever finds out that you are her pawn?
I mean, I'm supposed to stay hidden.
Of course.
To a degree.
We're supposed to stay hidden too.
From other kindred too.
And look how that's working out. Oh, okay, sorry. And, at this point, Emma's actually going to let go of Waverly's wrist. We can be friends, Waverly. I wanted to be open communication with you. I had to check because I was honestly had no idea. And then Lexi paid you a visit, and that blew the can of.
Wait, what do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
No, what do you mean?
Lexi paid you a visit and found out that you are somebody's pet. So, yes.
Fuck. Waverly just starts to Shit.
You know what, Waverly? I have been running for a long time.
I can't believe I was so stupid about this. I've only seen any of you at nighttime. I just figured, being a bar night owl, it was gonna, people.
Yeah. Yeah. No, look, it's nothing bad. You obviously are in the game in some capacity. That's why I'm curious what part you're playing in it.
I mean, if you guys already had an idea, you probably have already fucking figured it out anyway.
Well, then why don't you educate me to verify?
So, you've probably never, I mean, you might have heard of their Celeste Lamontagne.
Okay.
Have you heard of her?
Sorry, the name doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. I guess it's a good thing.
Why is it a good thing?
Because, doesn't necessarily want people to know who she is or where she is. I mean, without getting into too much, she kind of went into hiding about 12 years ago. So.
It's an understandable sentiment, not to want to be found. That's why I live in Sudbury.
That's why we set up shop here in Sudbury. Well, I shouldn't say why. It's not necessarily why, but I'm. Yeah.
Well,
my job here is to keep an eye on things and make money.
Fair. Well,
I guess why are you here then?
I was just here making money and trying to stay underneath the radar. I mean, have you heard of the Tremere? Have you heard of the clans? I assume you know something. You're not just some ignorant hick hiding out here in Sudbury. You know things. I'm not disparaging all of Sudbury by any means, but you know things. I'm assuming unless your master has greatly disserviced you.
I know enough. I know that there are kindred. I know that there are different bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
I know of other supernatural creatures. I know that ghosts are real. And I know that's why I wanted to know if there was actually anything here. Anyway, I don't.
Well, so where does your master fall on the political line then?
Currently independent, actually.
Oh, well, that's good. I guess I consider myself independent to a degree as well. I mean, the Camarilla didn't do me a whole lot of favors. I'm letting you on a secret, Waverly. I spent a long time chained to the monolith that was the Tremere. Their little guinea pig.
I see.
Do what?
I see.
So I guess I am not too. I am out here hiding from them. I am trying to remove myself from their cycle, and it's unfortunate that things have escalated in other parts of this country that have facilitated individuals wanting to move their domains altogether. Sudbury was viewed as a ripe target in their eyes, and as a native, I was brought in to consult.
Gotcha.
So we're not trying to poach domain or territory or whatever.
I mean, heck, even if you were, I wouldn't be able to stop you.
Well, your master obviously has not laid claim to this area because no one.
No.
I guess I have other questions, Waverly, but maybe another time. Maybe not. I guess I have to know. I have to ask you this though. What has your master promised you? Why is keeping the leash on Waverly?
Honestly, it was about being taken care of in the beginning, so I could do whatever I wished, and I would be safe or safer. And
Well, in that regard, your master has greatly disserviced you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I made some promises too that I haven't been able to keep. So
Promises like what?
Well, I mean, I was supposed to keep an eye on things here and report back if there was anything different, if there were kindred here. And I'm slowly beginning to learn that, yeah, I knew what, but I didn't know how or where or, I was missing quite a few key ingredients onto how to research this shit, apparently. So,
I don't know, Waverly. I would actually love to speak with your master, but I would also, I guess, like to make an offer to you. See if you're interested in different employment. You could work for me. I wouldn't want to say I'm well-to-do, but I can make money as I need when I need. So, and it's not, trust me, doing ghost tours isn't what pays the bills. So,
I don't know.
And obviously, that's actually not a question you can easily answer right now because of your master, but I still feel like I would ask it. Heck, I probably have something else, other things I could offer you that you'd be interested in, but I don't feel like tonight's the night to ask those questions.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm going to have to tell about today anyhow, so maybe you will meet Celeste soon.
Sure, I hope so. I will say if you're... that's a tricky one. If you can, try and contact your master when I'm present.
What do you mean? It's usually text or calling.
Oh, that's fine. I would prefer that I was present just because I want to, I can step in and say something, but also I want to make sure your master doesn't do anything crazy over the phone. So even in my own warped way, Waverly, I guess I care about you. So, because you're interesting. So
Waverly kind of like blushes and is just like, okay, well, wasn't prepared to get into all of this tonight. Okay,
well,
fuck.
Emma's going to lean in again and she's just going to kind of whisper, if you wanted to, you just have to say the word. I would bring you into the fold.
I don't need to be a kindred.
Oh,
I'm happy here.
You're happy, but you're talking about protection. You couldn't protect yourself against me. You couldn't protect yourself against any of my friends who are in here. Then they are much stronger than I am.
Yeah, well, like I said, apparently I haven't been told everything. So.
Feel free to hit me up with questions then. But I will say, don't ever say anything obvious in your phone calls or text messages. Because I'm horrible with this modern day shit, but I will say I've been taught that you have to be careful with your phone calls. So
we use code words.
Ah, perfect. Well, not to rain on your parade, Waverly, I do apologize. I think Nor and the others had the wrong idea about you and I, but you are interesting. Don't take that wrong. So, if you're, like I said, feel free to ask me questions. If you have questions, I will help you how I can help you. And I would like to talk to your master, because maybe you'd be better served having a different person watching over you. So
I have a lot to think about.
Of course. Well, I'll see you out. I have to lock the door after all. I'm not trying to make things weird between us, Waverly. I guess though I did. I have a habit of doing that at times, so I do apologize.
If you didn't make it weird, I would have at some point. So.
You gonna bite me? Is that,
No.
oh.
Well, no.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know how you could have made it weird because I licked blood off of your palm, but anyway.
I've been before all of that. I would have suspected that I would have been the one that would have. Anyway,
okay. Well,
I feel like I've said too much and I'm super flustered, so I'm going to leave and I will see. Maybe I don't know. You have my number, and Waverly leaves. Goes to the truck.
Emma's just locking up behind her as she walks to her truck herself. So,
as you walk to your truck, Hannah, where are you?
I had basically went down maybe a level if they were up above still. Okay. And then just kind of maybe been around a corner and then I'll just like follow them. I basically followed Waverly out.
Okay. So as you and Emma are walking out, the raven flies out behind you and drops a piece of parchment in front of you two. And you two alone. So Waverly doesn't see it.
Bend down. Any writing on the outside?
Not on the outside.
Pop it open.
Inside, written in calligraphy ink, says, "Do come back soon. We should have tea and chat. I'll let you know when."
Any signature or anything?
Nope.
Someone was watching. I'll like kind of show it to Emma a little bit.
Of course.
The invitation also was clearly meant for the two of you.
Interesting. It's probably that might be the invitation from Waverly's master. So
that raven had been in that building the entire time.
It's kind of weird that there would be a bird in the building, but then again, I try not to overthink some of these things. So
it was watching us pretty closely. I had to get creative with some usage to see it, but
well
it was there hanging out.
Well, I mean, good job of catching it visually catching it, as that makes sense. Yes. No, I decided to grill Waverly over her
I know.
associations. Oh, you know, do you?
I tap my ears.
Now I know nothing is safe around you, but that's fine. Because I know you could probably tear me limb from limb without even batting an eye. So.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Your secrets are safe with me for the most part. It'll be interesting to have a conversation with Lexi, though.
Oh, I don't know if Lexi needs to know about this for right now. He's more concerned with pushing the Baron's agenda. So is Lilith.
We should, though, his next shift, go hang out at the bar and watch the awkward.
Perhaps that would be a good investment of a few bucks for a drink. So
it would be entertaining just to see how long it would take them to out awkward each other.
Yeah. Well, she knows that he paid her a visit. She just doesn't know. She doesn't know, which I guess you know since you. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I would like to talk to her master, because honestly, if her master's not claiming domain here, I wonder why her master is so interested in this area.
The timeline almost matches up for what we're looking into.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well. At least tonight was slightly interesting. The ghost hunting thing here is always lame at this location. And I wasn't going to drag Madeline here for Waverly's entertainment, so.
Well, it'll be interesting to see where this goes. And to see who invited us to tea.
Yeah. Hope they don't make us drink the tea. Or Yeah, because that won't be pretty. So
No, and I don't like the whole spiel of actually having tea in correct fashion.
yeah, I think I know how to do that if I need, but that's like old training, and I don't feel like dredging up those memories. So
Yeah, neither do I, but we do what we must.
indeed. Well, did you need to ride anywhere? I know you hoofed it, but
How much time do we have till dawn?
Well, that meeting was at 11, give or take. So all in all, it's probably at the latest 2 a.m.
Yeah, I'm good. I can hoof it. I still got time.
figured I'd ask. I just would make sure that the roving guards don't see you doing anything, or there'll be a real spooky mystery here when the guards go missing. So
I swear that the guards will not go missing tonight.
that's a good one. Anyway, you have a good evening, Hannah.
You too.
If there's anybody else around, Emma will probably like nod to them or whatever. But if not, she'll get in her truck and head out. So,
are you gonna check if Lilith needs a ride home, or
I got Lilith.
I was gonna say, I thought, yeah, based on how people left, I was thinking.
True. Okay. So, okay. So I continue.
Noor will offer a ride home to Lilith. I'm guessing Rafi's got the car by now. And she's going to turn to Rafi. That was interesting. That was... You don't investigate things that I'm not interested in very often. And if I already know all about it, I don't send you anywhere. Which means whatever's there, the Domitor does not know about. Otherwise, there's no point in investigating a place. You already understand. So I need to know which kindred, wraith, werewolf, mage is in control of that space. Because it's very, very unlikely to be Celeste. So, we'll start with property records. And we'll go from there. Lilith, darling, I would drive you home, or we can get a drink, although I am personally currently full. Beautiful tattoo artist. Worked out very nicely for me, but if you want to go back, you should probably, I suppose. Well, I can't tell you what to do. But there's definitely other kindred up here. And I don't think your Baron is going to excise himself of his Sabbat problem.
If you don't mind, Noor, can you just give me a ride home? I want to text Bert and be like, I have a feeling that the Waverly is our way to get to Celeste, whether it's getting information from her or just trying to figure out why she is in hiding.
Bert, you immediately get a text message back with 2 thumbs up, and I will look into it for you.
And then before I leave, has Waverly left at this point? And she's okay. Okay.
Sorry.
I was gonna try to apply for a job just to keep an eye on her, but it's fine.
You can always see about getting her number from Lexi or Emma. But yeah, no, she was super flustered and had to leave. So she did not even. Usually she would have stopped to say goodbye to everybody, but she was getting out of there.
Emma's going to actually send a text message in the group that just says, highly recommend keeping your hands off of Waverly. I am checking that angle right now.
I want to have Rafi investigate the local play scene just to see what we've got, because it is assuming we can find a playhouse with a bar in it, we could satisfy all of our toreadors all at once, which would be convenient. And then I want to send a message through channels to my sire.
Okay.
And I want information on the local historical power struggle through here, largely because that would be more interesting to me in protecting myself from it, and it will also indicate what I'm likely to find. Silence was fine for a one-off, I'm hiding out here doing my own thing. For other people getting interested, now I need to know.
Yeah. You don't receive anything back.
Oh God, I can't imagine. I don't think I would text him either. Or if I did, it would have to go through like 17 channels to find him, because if you could just text from me to him, that would be a big problem if anything ever found either one of us.
Yep. You probably get a questioning text, I'm going to assume, from Lexi. But other than that, in regards to, or did you not send that message to Lexi, Charlotte, Emma?
Did Charlotte mean to send that to Lexi?
Do what?
The text message?
Oh, yeah, no. I was saying it in the entire group.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, I want everyone to know that just like Emma is currently working the Waverly angle and would appreciate no one getting like wedging themselves into it or messing it up. So is what she's trying to say. She's trying to say it as politically correct and nice as she can without being like telling them to all F off. So
okay. I feel like I can safely assume that Lexi would question that, but I don't know how. So we will leave that response until next time. But you probably did get a questioning.
Well, Lexi said last time he was like, we need to not be involved with Waverly at all because of the whatever. And yeah.
Oh, that's true. I was thinking because the bar. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's all good. We'll sort it out when we sort it out. So.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know. I was gonna say Emma's going back to her haven. If Madeline's still there, she's gonna be like, "Hey," and then probably like just sit down and kind of like,
yeah, decompress.
Since there's still a number of hours before dawn, we'll probably wander around Sudbury a bit before going back to her haven. Just trying to get a feel of the streets and the city.
Did you make a note of the name that...
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Okay. I'm going to have to write that down myself. Is there anything else that anybody would like to do before?
Before we close out, Noor wants to go back to her haven, and she wants to set the operetta back on again. And she's going to turn to Rafi and say, I think we need to open the clinic again. I need to have an excuse to have people in here that need healing. And she's going to close the doors for the night and go and open the surgery.
Okay.
Yeah, other than just wandering around, Thea's not going to do anything in particular.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to do, Lilith? No? Okay. So with that, you all tuck in for the day and scene. Before I hand it off to Spectra, we're going to go through our XP count. So, again, everybody gets 1 XP for the game. It was all awesome. And we will take it away for our player votes.
I'll start since, yeah, why not? So, shoot. This difficult. I'm not gonna be so self-centered and be like, I'm voting for myself. So I'm not gonna say that. I'm trying to think. I'm running through the scenes in my head real fast. Like Thea's interaction with Waverly was good. Lilith's interaction with the spirit box was great, just because I was just like, I know it was short and sweet, but I was like, that is literally the culmination of interacting with the spirit box in real life. It's so frustrating, and you just been like, yeah, I don't know. It's so I'm trying to think, and I'm stalling for time by saying that I'm trying to think. But I would say I'm gonna vote for Noor for the whole like underground like tattoo thing, and she kind of helped bring that through. So yes, there's definite like, yeah. So
my personal vote was for Hannah. I absolutely loved the sneaking off to scare Waverly. I loved the eyes of the beast. I loved the fact that Hannah just sat there and listened to the whole conversation. Like, you didn't need to say anything, but it was A++ thinking out that situation, and I love it.
I'm gonna go and vote Noor, but in my case, it's setting up that whole I think Waverly likes you, Emma thing.
I'm not wrong, though.
Like, that just on its own set up such awkwardness with that conversation.
Beautiful. So awkward.
See, now I'm at an impasse because I want to give it to Hannah just because of the scare thing, but I also want to give it to Noor because these are literally things that I would do. I would literally text my friends and be like, so I think...
Playing matchmaker.
But I'm going to give it to Hannah just because I would enjoy scaring someone just for the fun of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Emma because she was fucking going full speed through actually keeping the narrative going tonight. So
alrighty. So Hannah and Noor are tied. So I will give you both 1 XP extra.
Ooh.
Honestly, though, great game, everyone. Like, that was fun. Like, I'm kind of bummed out that Lexi wasn't here. But I mean, we totally understand. So.
Also, I feel like he will have a grand old time reacting to all of this next week.
Yeah, that's true.
if Lexi had been here, Hannah would have scared him, and then like a room later she would have scared Waverly.
Waverly, yeah.
Oh yes, I would have.
Yeah.
Lexi, if he had been on this particular thing that soon after we had gone to the haunted hospital, was probably be traumatized for like a couple of weeks. Like, no,
not going anywhere.
I want to say, in fairness, like I love Lexi as a character. Noor's a bit of a shit with him, though.
Oh, for sure. Well, so's Hannah. I love it. I love the dynamic. It's great. I love it. Like I feel like we're starting to like really get into it now, and like all the bits and pieces of the story are like just like starting to like come at you, and I'm like, yes, it's rolling now. This is awesome. So this is fun. I'm having fun. I hope y'all are having fun.
Had fun.
I'm learning to talk more in these.
Yes.
Yes.
We want to encourage that for sure.
I'm glad that everyone was able to kind of get involved and do something in the like guided ghost tour kind of thing, because I was like, because in my head I was thinking like, I know Emma's going to do a lot of like exposition of explaining how to do it, but then kind of when it, if it's a safe one, a lot of times they do kind of let you go do your own thing, as it were. If you're not, if you're like, so that's why I was kind of hoping that people would take that and run with it, that, everyone would just kind of do their own thing to a degree. And it was great. Like I said, Lilith taking the spirit box and walking off and talking to it and it being like dead, old. Like, I was like, okay, this is great. See, that's exactly because, yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I mean, I've experienced other spirit boxes, but because I play Phasmophobia, that was the only thing in my mind right now with it. So I'm just like, death, old, like. Sorry, I'm sorry, viewers. I'm sorry.
No,
I know that spirit boxes are more complicated than that. I know they are. So
no.
Well, I mean, in the sense where it's like there's more to it than just the one word answers, but
in theory, I'm sorry for the viewers. Before we do all of our outro stuff, I've actually done ghost investigations, and spirit box has been the biggest piece of junk, which is why I was shitting on the spirit box the entire time.
Yeah, because
Emma was talking about these things using player knowledge that I have from real life experiences. So yeah, I didn't have like the infrared cameras or anything cool like that. So yeah, if we ever do another one of these, I might bring something like that out. But if I do that, I'm going to talk to the storyteller beforehand, because those are real fun. So
all my ghost hunting knowledge comes from Ghost Adventures, because I would watch that show. I would binge watch that show, so that's all I know.
That's the one with Zach Bagan.
Demon?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I've been to one of the places that he's been to where they did this big hoopla about how he was too scared to go up the stairs. And that house was just moldy and old. It sucked. So anyway, I apologize. Continue.
I definitely want to go on a ghost hunt one day for real, though. And I know of at least 2 people that would be willing to do that for me. So anyways,
so I am, as always, your local chaos bringer, Spectral Effect. I'm the project runner for Archives of Dragon. We have 2 other shows on this channel: Deep Magic, which is a Changeling the Dreaming show, which is on Fridays, so yesterday if you're watching this now. And we also now have a Mass Effect TTRPG show, which happens every 2 weeks, which was a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying that. But I mean, admittedly, I enjoy all of it. Changeling is my baby. I am a Changeling fangirl, so like, leave me alone with it. But other than that, it's all been a lot of fun. I appreciate all of you. You can follow the show's progress stuff on Arc of the Dragon on Twitter. You can follow along on YouTube. Usually the stuff goes up about every 4 days. Sometimes I'm better, sometimes I'm not, but like, that's the approximate time I remember to do it. So if you are missing this live, you can always catch up with our backlog. You can find all of the other episodes for all of our shows, our one-shots. Everything is over there, so don't feel like you have to miss out. Does anybody have any other projects they want to plug, tell us about? I'm always here to support our players and the people who support us. So
I just have my Etsy and Ko-fi shops at the moment. You can find the links for all of that stuff on my Twitter at ROHTIA1.
We can probably drop it in chat.
Yep. So that'll be in the chat over there for anybody who wants to see it. Does anybody else have anything they want to promote? I know also when we are currently filming tonight, Macabre Studios is doing Monster Hearts 2. So I know you will not have been able to see it today when it was happening, but you should go back and watch it on VOD because our lovely Coyote was in it, and so was Lexi, who is not here tonight, but he was in that as well. So you should go back and watch that on VOD as well.
Junie is also in it.
Yes. So Junie, because not all vampire people watch Changeling, Junie is one of my Changeling characters.
I was going to say I'm going to promote my podcast again. We haven't recorded in a couple weeks, which is because of depression and etc. across the two cast members. But it is called Chocolate Chips for Dinner, and that is available on every platform. I checked; it actually is on Spotify, surprisingly.
It's cool.
I don't know why they don't delist us because it's not good, but. No, it's fun. I've been told that it's very entertaining. I personally don't listen back because I'm there hearing it live and I hate the sound of my voice.
There's a club for us like that.
Yeah. Also, I was going to say, I know Lexi's not here, but Macabre Studios has the Vampire Masquerade 5th edition. If you like vampire, every Sunday night at 5 p.m. EST. I'm actually going to be making a guest appearance in the episode tomorrow. So that's part of why I'm plugging it, because if I'm not in it every week, I'm just there tomorrow. So yeah. And I don't think there's anything else I was going to promote. So.
I'm just going to promote my Twitch again, but
Yes.
also, again, if you just want to see my beautiful little face and see me rage playing video games, then great. Also, I just found out that another server of people that I'm in are thinking about doing a podcast for their D&Ds in that, so I will let you guys know when there's more information, but right now we're just in the steps of getting it together. And
Next Monday, we're going to play Phasmophobia together, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to watch me and Corey be terrified, it'll be on my...
Does anyone else have anything they want to add tonight? Well then,
I was just gonna do another shout out. So it is still Pride Month, my lovelies. So I do want to shout out a awesome company. I kind of talked about a little bit about it last week as well. It is called Juniper and Eve, and it is an undergarment company. It was created for the sole purpose of being diverse and LGBTQ plus friendly, as it's also body and size inclusive as well. So please go and give that a check out. My lovely friend is a model.
links in the chat. Anyways, thank you for joining us. I had a great time having you. And remember, Pride was a riot.